Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back from the Talk Wrestling break. This is Talk Wrestling HD here on No DQ and, of course, YouTube. You can see the winter set is still up here at the No DQ Studios. Today we're going to talk about TNA and how they're going to rebound, how they can rebound in 2011, and, of course, their pay-per-view this Sunday, which you can catch coverage of at NoDQ.com, talking about Genesis. I watched Reaction last week, and the last Reaction ever, because they canceled it, because Spike's ratings for it were not up to Spike's specs, I guess. And Bischoff seemed very laid back and chill during the whole show, despite the fact that it was the last show. I guess they didn't know it was the last show at the time they taped it. Honestly, the way they can rebound, first of all, is to have a world champion that's not going to go to jail. Honestly. Hardy's going to enter his plea in or do whatever he's going to do in 2011, in January this month. Hopefully, hi Dylan, we have a studio audience today. Hopefully, Jeff will do his thing and have a little bit of jail time, not a whole lot. That way he can come back. But if I was TNA, I'd get the belt off him as soon as possible, have Rob win it back, have Morgan win it, have Anderson win it, have anybody but Hardy win it. That way their champion is not a jailbird. The last thing you want is the guy representing the company sitting in a jail cell. That's just my personal opinion. I hope it's yours too, because Lord knows we need less jailbirds in the world. Whether or not Hardy was trafficking drugs, it really doesn't matter at this point. The point is, he's going to enter in whatever he's going to enter in when he goes into court, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I personally, if I was Dixie, since Dixie's back running this, or is she running this? Is Hulk running this? Is Bischoff? I don't know who's running the show. I have no idea what's going on. Whoever's running the show should take the belt off Jeff Hardy. That's just, again, my opinion. But then again, I've said that from day one. I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan. You guys know that. Again, that's just me. As far as other things, the whole storyline with Anderson and Morgan and the whole concussion thing, little bit too close to home when it comes to the whole Benoit stuff, I think. And having Foley come in and say, I know about concussions, and, I think you guys should, step back. Foley, if you'd have taken your own advice about 15 years ago, you'd be way better off, my friend. Honest to God, you would. True, you did write three or four bestsellers and, some decent novels and things like that, but, I'm just saying, Mick, I'm just saying. I love you, Mick. You called my house, or you called my fiance's house, left a great voicemail, so you rock. But, having Foley be the voice of reason is never a good thing, I don't think. The whole Fortune thing and how they're kind of seeming like AJ is going to be on the outside looking in after Sunday, which I'll talk about Genesis in a minute. Having AJ in a do or die situation Sunday, honestly, I'd like to see AJ be a babyface again. AJ is so much better off as a crowd favorite than as a heel. He's good as both. He's good as both. There's no doubt about that. He's a great antagonist. He's a great protagonist. But I personally believe, and my fiance will agree, and a lot of fans I talk to will agree, that he's much better off being cheered by the crowd and being able to have that adulation. So hopefully he does lose Sunday, and we'll see the babyface AJ return. But we'll see. The feud between Team 3D has picked up steam. Last week on Impact, they had contact for the first time as far as in-ring. That was interesting. I didn't see last night's Impact, so I don't know what happened. I apologize for not knowing the information. I'm sorry. But it should be good to see what happens Sunday between those two. Alright, let's just get it right in Genesis. Screw it. Let's just do it. Mickie James, by all rights and privileges, should be Knockouts champion already. She has a shot Sunday against Madison, and I think she'll win. I think the time is now for Mickie to be champion. I think Madison's... by the way, does anybody else think Madison is ripping off Vicky Guerrero with the whole trying to get the crowd to quiet down and a screeching voice and then being all sweet and pretty and, whatever. Just throwing that out there. Mickey should win. Brother Ray, Brother Devon, I think is going to go to a no contest. They're just going to beat the crap out of each other, and that feud's going to push on for a while. I wouldn't want it to, personally. I want those guys back together. I want them to retire and go back and be agents and do whatever. But if they're going to have the feud, let it go on for a while. Let it build towards something monumental and special. Lethal and Kaz, or Kazarian, whatever they're calling him. Frankie... I didn't like Frankie's promo on Impact last week. I wasn't a fan of it at all. But if they're going to have Fortune bring the belts home, and they're going to have Immortal bring the belts home, I think the time is now for Frankie. And Lethal's been champion back and forth long enough, so let's have Frankie have a run. What the hell? Doug and AJ, again, I said AJ should lose and go back to being a baby face and go back and be the AJ that we all love, and hopefully that'll happen. Machine Guns and Beer Money. Machine Gun's been champion since July, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that for any championship in wrestling, 6 months, 7 months, 5 months is a long run. So I think Beer Money's time is going to happen. Let's see. RVD and Immortal's mystery opponent. I got to go with Rob. Rob's making the push toward Jeff Hardy. Rob's going to have to win. And as far as the number one contenders match goes, I'm going to go with Morgan. That's my pick. All right. What do you guys think TNA could do, since I didn't say very much on this show? What can TNA do to rebound in this year? Should they get rid of Hulk? Should they get rid of Bischoff? Should they get rid of the factions? What should they do? What do you guys think out there? Let me know on Facebook, especially. YouTube I'll check as well, but Facebook is where I live, if you will. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.